What up, YouTube? This video is taken on this Monday afternoon, October 31st, 2022. Time right now is 6:43 p.m. And I thought I would do a Flap and Flu video. McDonald's McRib edition. This is the third McRib in 3 days. But don't worry, this is probably going to be the last McRib. They say this is going to be the last time they bring the McRib back. I don't know if that's a marketing ploy or not. But I've noticed ever since coronavirus, when you go to fast food restaurants, they don't give you ketchup in the bag. You got to request it now. So when I ordered this, and I ordered through the app because you get 30% off when you order through the app. So I ordered this meal through the app, waited for it. Oh yeah, and I watched the guy put the McRib together because I was wondering how they do the sauce. When they have those trays that they keep the food warm in, when the McRib patties are in that tray, they're actually in the sauce in that tray. But today, when they gave me my bag, I was like, "Is there ketchup in it?" And I thought for sure there wasn't. And they said, "Yeah, there's ketchup in it." So I brought it back here to the car, and it was the wrong meal. So I went back there, and they're not supposed to do this, but I don't really care. I went back there and said, "Hey, I got the wrong meal," and the girl, she looks like a high schooler, was totally puzzled. And a lady walked in from curbside and said she got the wrong meal. So we exchanged bags. The lady didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. And then my bag didn't have ketchup in it. So then I had to request ketchup. So I thought that was funny. The first time there's ketchup in my bag, I had the wrong bag. But yeah, I thought I would post a video. I just got done flying 4 packs just at a new local spot. I've flown there before when it was under construction. It's still under construction. It's not open yet, but it turned out it's going to be an epic spot. And I feel, and it's so local, it's cool because it's a good spot and it's so local. It's like something that I really wanted. And I feel what it's going to be a good spot to fly at as far as in the evenings being empty and the weekends. My buddy Stacy, who doesn't live too far from me now, he moved closer. It's local to him too, but he thinks the opposite. He thinks what it's going to be, it's going to have security and that it's not going to be a spot we're going to hit. But when I got there, there was a contractor's truck that I guess was having car problems. The hood was up. So I circled around, waited 15 minutes, came back 6 o'clock, and they were gone, but there were still 3 cars in the parking lot. But I just went ahead and flew anyway. I flew 4 packs, and nobody came out and talked to me. Yeah, so then I left. My second, third, and fourth pack were kind of golden hour like. We'll have to see how the video comes out. I'm still kind of playing around with the settings on the Action 2. I decided to record today with no stabilization and ultra wide, so we'll see how that goes. Although my quad's not really tuned well enough to use no stabilization. But my Questor frame, which I'm still working on that project, is still going good, but I still have a ways to go. My goal is to get that quad, the Questor, tuned good enough to run no stabilization, because I don't like the way stabilization looks for my style flying. And on Saturday, I flew 15 packs all day, but I had the settings wrong in the DJI Action 2. I had it set to horizontal stabilization. I didn't realize it, so the videos didn't come out good, so I didn't post any of the videos. But the video I was trying to film on Saturday was doing like a redemption of trying to dive down an elevator shaft at a construction site. But spoiler alert, I went there, I filmed the video, and I chickened out. I never actually did it. I did do a couple of power loops through the openings in the elevator shaft, and I did go in the top and go down, but I didn't dive it. There's 4 foot of water in the pit, and I just knew exactly what was going to happen. There's no way my skill set, I was going to pull off the move, and I would have had a sunken quad. But yeah, I flew 15 packs on Saturday and only damaged 1 bell. And I was able to fix that because I already had a motor that had broken wires, so I just swapped the bells out. I flew 2 packs on that quad since I swapped the bells out. But that quad, when I plugged it in today, because I like alternating my quads. Oh, that's the McDonald's app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Probably because they're giving out two times the reward points with the McRib. But I usually like switching quads back and forth and not running the same quad over and over again. When I plugged in that quad that I replaced the bell in, one of the ESCs smoked instantly. And I couldn't 100% catch which ESC smoked, but I don't think it was the one that had the broken bell. So I had to troubleshoot that. Ever since I switched to this Holy Road 35 amp individual ESCs, I never smoked one until now. And I've been running those 35 amp individual ESCs for over a year. And never smoked one. This is the first one that ever went up on me. But that's not what I wanted to flap about today. Oh yeah, I had an interesting day today, and I'll tell you about this, but I wasn't going to flap about it. I came home this morning, brushed my teeth. I didn't really notice any problems. In the middle of the night, well, in the middle of my night, but it was in the middle of the day, I woke up, went to get water, and I didn't have any water pressure. So I didn't think anything of it. I thought, well, maybe sometimes the switch doesn't catch on my pressure switch on the well. I thought maybe that happened. So I went back to sleep. So when I got up, I went to check it out, and the pump was cycling. I was losing water pressure somewhere. Turn out the PVC half-inch line going to my fish cleaning house on my dock, it goes through the seawall. Turned out it snapped. And so I cut it off up by the house, and I capped it off, and I'll have to replace it later. I didn't want to deal with it today. The water level is going down since Hurricane Irma, so something must have resettled when it went down, and it snapped that pipe, which is a little concerning because that means that the wall shifted somehow. But yeah, so that was kind of interesting. That threw me for a curveball today. But I wanted to go out and fly this spot today with good camera settings because there's some really cool dive gaps in the roof, which you'll see here. Unfortunately, I have a feeling that they're going to put trees in those roof gaps and have the trees come through the roof because there's no concrete underneath the holes in the roof. You'll see it in the video. So I wanted to get a proper video of that. But what I wanted to flap about was intermediate fasting. And I just wanted to document, because when I make these videos, I'm mainly making it so I can go back years later and hear how I was doing back then. Well, anyway, but September, I decided to start working on my weight because, to be honest with you, my pants were getting tight and I didn't want to buy new pants. Last year, 2021, how many pounds did I lose? I lost 50. Hold on, what was it? 92. I went from 192. Oh yeah, I almost lost 20 pounds and I never quite made 20 pounds. I was under 175. And I lost that weight doing a regimen and I had no problems, no hiccups. But this year, September 1st, I decided to do the same thing and I've been having hiccups. But the good news is I lost, well, right now I gained some weight back. So I'm down 5 pounds and my pants are still loose. So that's good. Amazing how that 185 mark, when you go over 185, my pants get tight. But, so I lost weight. I was doing good. I kind of struggled a bit, but I was doing good. And then the last 2 weeks, I totally, been off the wagon. So, like I said, I've been eating these McRibs because I do like them, and they say they're not going to be around anymore. But this is probably going to be the last McRib of the season because I figured November 1st would be a good starting point to get back on the ball with my diet. So I'm kind of going all out. I might on the Zaxby's app, they said they have buy one get one free wings. I might take advantage of that and eat that too as I pig out. But basically, my diet's going to entail intermediate fasting, which means I'm going to have an 8-hour eating window every day. So for me, since I work night shift, that would entail eating after 7 or eating after 8 and eating before 3 a.m. So it'll be 2 meals, a dinner. I usually wake up around 4 p.m., so I won't eat when I wake up. Eat dinner around 8 p.m. and then eat my lunch at work like before 3 a.m. And then that would be my intermediate fasting window. And then I've been doing a running regimen, and currently I'm running for 25 minutes. I run for 2 minutes and walk for 30 seconds. And sometimes I can do it without interrupting the pattern. Sometimes I can't do it. So when I start this routine back up, I'm going to go back to running 3 days a week, and I'm going to do that routine till I feel that I can do that with no problem, and then I'll bump it up to whatever. I follow the none to run routine, so whatever the next step is on that progression, I'll do. And then the third aspect of this lifestyle change is no sugar. So soda is my weak point. I really struggle with soda. So no drinkable calories. So I'm only going to drink water with lemon or drink unsweet iced tea that I make. Yeah, so no drinkable calories. And I'm going to try to cut down on sugar altogether. Although I did buy a pumpkin pie this morning at Publix, so I'll probably be eating that this week. But you gotta stagger it little by little. And like I said, I really don't care about weight as much as I care about feeling better. When I do this eating routine, I feel a lot better. And I noticed this past weekend, I really pigged out. And I noticed that I just don't feel, that my stomach feels a little always upset. So, yeah, doing this definitely makes you feel better. But my friend's been sending me these videos on intermediate fasting. He's been doing it, and I think there really is something to that. Well, there is. And when you get in the routine, it's not like I suffer. It's not like I'm hungry all the time. When you get in the routine, it's fine. But it's just getting in the routine that's hard. And I'm good as long as I'm in my little bubble. Like, as long as I'm in my little bubble and my work routine throughout the week, I can do it. But as soon as I get around other people, that's when I kind of fall by the wayside. And then the key is, that I'm bad at, is when you do fall by the wayside, you just got to start back with your routine right away, and then it's no problem. But then I end up, like, not starting back into my routine. So, yeah, so that's when I'm going to start November 1st. I also think I'm going to shave my beard off tonight, and then do that no shave November that everyone does in November. But I've been having a lot of water problems. If you guys watched my last Flap and Flu video, I talked about the problems I had with the sink. Well, my bathroom sink clogged up, and it clogged up before, like 6 months ago, and I ended up using like Drano, and that fixed it, but now it's clogged up back again. It must be from shaving my, shaving my beard. Not shaving it, but like trimming it. But the thing I don't understand is when I trim my beard, I hold the trash can up to my chin so that most of the hairs go into the trash can. But I'm guessing that's going to trim it up, or that's what's clogging it up. So what I'm going to do, I didn't do it today because I'm going to shave my beard off today. But what I'm going to do tomorrow is I have a snake that runs off of a drill, 25 feet. I bought it when I had problems with my irrigation system, which I still have problems, but I'm going to tackle that at a later date. So I'm going to run that down there this time instead of using Drano and see if it unclogs it. Another reason I want to shave my beard off and I know this is getting kind of personal, but before I go on this diet, I had problems with like dry skin on my face. I For the past several years I had problems with dry skin, but when I go on this diet and don't eat any sugar or lower my sugar intake, and I think it's the sugar that caused this, my skin doesn't get dry anymore. And that dry skin, it kind of gets your beard dandruffy, which I don't like. Like to the point that I noticed today. So like a week ago, I didn't have problems with any dandruff in my beard, but today I noticed I'm wearing a black shirt. I have problems with dandruff in my beard. So that's another benefit in not consuming a lot of sugar and doing this intermediate fasting. I think it helps your skin health. Other than that, I've just been living the dream. I'm working on the Quest Store project, and I'm getting pretty far along. So when I kind of get it flyable, I'm going to make a video about that. And another project I started, which I shouldn't have started, but I got interested in doing tiny whooping. So I bought a Mobeetle 6 because Joshua Bardwell recommended it on his live stream. He recommended it on the same day. I was listening to this live stream. He recommended it on the same day that Race Day Quad sent me a 10% coupon off. So I bought one. And I also bought a Radio Master Zorro because I wanted to keep my it's analog, so I wanted to keep a separate setup and a separate bag for tiny whoop stuff. But that Mobeetle is really hard to control now, and it's very inconsistent. And I think it has to do with the VBAT sag. But people are complaining that those Happy Model flight controllers aren't good. So it was really frustrating at first, but after a while, I did kind of get used to it, and I was able to do a couple of power loops. But that Mobeetle is just hard to. It has too much power for what it is. It's hard to control. So Aviation posted a video that kind of went viral, I guess, of gorilla whooping. And he was flying that tiny whoop like I fly a 5-inch. I mean, he was doing trippy spins. He was doing Matty flips, power loops. So what I decided to do was I decided to buy his setup. So I went and I bought parts for 2 complete tiny whoops, his setup, with the exception of his newbie drone motors weren't in stock. So I think I got lower. Did they get lower KV motors? I forget than what he recommended. But I'm going to build them, and I'm going to take my time to tune them in beta flight. And that's another thing. Between this Quest Store project and this tiny whoop project, I'm going to retrain myself on how to tune quads in beta flight so that I'm more comfortable with it. Right now, I have 2 identical quads, and I tuned both of them when I built them. And the one is in pretty good tune, and the other one isn't. And I don't know what the difference is, but I'm always scared. It's one of those things, I learn all this stuff about beta flight, I use it, and then I forget about it. So I want to learn stuff about beta flight and not forget about it. So then that way I can always continuously go back and change the tune. That's a problem I have with this learning and dumping. Just like with this cutting carbon fiber on a CNC machine, there's a lot to it that you don't think about. I did it, and I successfully had good cuts, and now I kind of forgot some of it. So next time I cut carbon fiber on a CNC machine, I'm going to learn it again, and I'm going to make a video about it, and I'll post it publicly, but that video will be mainly for my own use, so that I can go back to that video every time I want to use a CNC machine and know how to do it. But yeah, that's pretty much all. I thought I would just post a video because I felt I might have cool video from that spot today, and I haven't posted a video in a while. But yeah, that's pretty much all that's going on, and we're gonna start a new month next month, and then we're getting close to my favorite holiday, Thanksgiving, at the end of the month. But thanks for watching. Tell me what you think about these flap and flute videos. They're not really that popular. I know my animatronic videos are the ones that are really popular, but I have all the stuff. I still have all the bots, but I'm just not into working on that stuff currently. Eventually, I'll have motivation to work on it again. It's just I have a lot of. I really like doing this drone stuff. I really, as far as doing hobby stuff, I prefer doing drone stuff right now. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.